Hello, this is Amber with Revival Time. This message is for people that think that the Lord has forgotten them and that He doesn't really care for them. I want to apologize for not posting as many videos as I am going through a season of trials to prepare me for the year of 2025, which is going to be a year unlike any other year we have ever seen in this revival. I had a powerful revelation when I was spending time with Jesus this morning. What I was realizing is that we were made for His good pleasure. We were made to please Him. We were made to be in a relationship with Him. And the only thing that is keeping us from having a close relationship and close encounters with Him is the lies of the world and the loudness of the world. And the way we are to God is how we are treating our children, and how we provide the houses for our children, we provide the furniture, we provide the food, we provide everything to make our children happy. Okay, if our child is sad, we're concerned for that child. If our child is lacking, we want to make sure that child is not lacking anymore. We want to make sure that our children are very, very happy. We are His children, so if we're sad, if we're missing out on anything, if we're in lack, if we're struggling, He does care. He really does care. A lot of His children are trying to go their own way and do their own thing and try to fulfill the areas in their lives on their own, and maybe getting help from people versus God, which God uses people, but the people that are in the lack and in the struggles, they're confiding in and contending in people instead of God, which is separating them from God, which is pulling them further away from God and what He is able to do. We need to be like a toddler and expectant like a toddler. We know that our Father is going to provide to us the food. We know He's going to provide to us every need. He cares for us. He doesn't want us crying. He doesn't want us upset. He's not going to ignore our needs unless we're being brats or something like that. We need to be like children looking at God as He is our parent and having the same faith in Him that our children would have faith in us. We as parents want to make sure that our kids are succeeding, and we are going to give them everything that they need. We're going to provide for them everything that they need to make sure that they are succeeding. Okay, you can tell a child has grown up in a way if they're successful, if they're disciplined, if they're succeeding in life, then you know that they had parents that raised them correctly, and that child never had lack growing up. Okay, and that is a fact. Children that are in the darkness and that are struggling, that are in lack, had lack growing up. We need to look at our Father in heaven as He is the best parent in the entire world, the best parent that we could ever ask for. He will make sure that we are never in lack. He will make sure that He provides all of our needs. He will make sure that we succeed. He wants us to succeed. He created us in His image. He created us for His good pleasure. So of course He wants us to succeed. Of course He wants us to do well. Even in seasons of delay and seasons of tribulation, it may feel like God isn't doing anything. But in all actuality, He is. We just can't see it yet. And He's preparing us in our spirit for what is to come. Just like a parent would never give their toddler a steak, a full-blown steak with a fork and a steak knife and some steak sauce, without cutting them up in little pieces first. We have to be trained in the process of the waiting. We have to be trained in the process of the season that we're in to receive what is coming in the future, what God promised to us. And we need to look to God as He is a faithful parent He does not want us to be sad. He doesn't enjoy us being sad. He doesn't enjoy seeing us struggle. He doesn't enjoy that. And he wants us to solely confide in him and to solely trust him and cast our cares out into him. If we see something that is almost not fair, it's not okay, we need to go to him humbly and cast our cares and say, Father, this isn't right. This does not make me happy. I am not okay with this, Father God. Can you please change things in my life so that I may receive from you? He truly is wanting us to spend more time with him and to really cast our cares out into him. That's where the true test lies, is if we stick with him till the end. If we stick with him through it all. If we truly trust that he is going to do what he says he's going to do. If we truly trust that his word stands true in our lives. If we truly trust that he's never going to leave us or forsake us, and that he's just not watching us suffer. He really understands our struggles, and he's preparing us for the breakthrough in this season. A lot of times when I pray and I ask God for things that I need, big things or little things, situations to change, I hear him say quite often, "My pleasure, my dear." It is his pleasure to bless us with our needs and to provide for us everything that we need, especially when things aren't going right. It is his pleasure to hear our cares cast out onto him. It is his pleasure that our hearts trust him versus people to change our situations. So even if you do not hear "my pleasure, my dear," when you ask him for things, please know that is what he is saying to you. He wants you to be happy. He wants you to be satisfied. It is his pleasure to bless you with your heart's desires and to make sure all your needs are met. Most kids, when they need something, they go ask their parents for what they need. Not that God doesn't know what we need. He already knows what we need, but he wants us to confide in him. He created us to have a relationship with him. He created us to talk to him. That's what he created us to do, to have a relationship with him. So we need to be asking him for things that we need. Jesus says in his word, "You do not have because you do not ask. Ask, and you shall receive, and your joy will be made complete." He just really wants us to have a relationship with him. Unfortunately, there's an enemy running around rampant in the earth, trying to steal, kill, and destroy from us, and try to interfere with the relationship that we are supposed to have with our Father God. That's why it is key for us to stay consecrated, to stay alert, to stay pure. That means no drinking, no sex out of wedlock, no listening to music that is corrupt, no listening to people that talk garbage and they're talking worldly, no believing the lies of the devil, no watching things on the TV like all these holiday movies now. It's mostly garbage. It's all worldly garbage. We cannot be giving our time to stuff that's worldly if we really want to benefit from what God has for us. And this is a battle until Jesus comes. And if you have a question why God set it up like this, you need to ask him, and he will give you the revelation. He will give you the understanding. He will make things clear to you, like he did for me. You are not forgotten. God does not forget about his children. No matter how bad they have disappointed him or turned their backs to him, he loves us all the same and wants nothing more for us to come home to him, to run into his open arms and to confide in him, casting our cares out unto him daily. He loves you so much and without measure.